Hi, good morning. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, today during story time, we are going to have a look at this story here. I want you to take a moment and have a look at the cover of the story. What can you see? Where do you think this story is taking place? What do you think it might be about? Who do you think will be in this story? I want you to take one moment, just have another little bit to have a think. Talk to your mummy, share your ideas. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the story's title. The title of this book is Don't Be Horrid Henry. Does that change your thinking? Who do you think the story is going to be about? What do you think he's going to do? I'm going to find out if your ideas are correct. The author of the story is a lady called Francesca Simon, and the illustrator, the man who wrote the book, is Kevin McElneen. Okay, now let's find out what's going to happen in the story today. Don't be horrid, Henry. Okay. Henry was a horrid baby. He screamed in the morning, he screamed in the evening. At night he never slept. He put breakfast on his head, lunch on the floor, dinner on the walls, and his nappies. P.U. What a stink! Then Peter was born. Peter was a perfect baby. He smiled all day and slept all night. His nappies were never dirty. Well, almost never. Henry was not very happy when Peter arrived. In fact, he was furious. "I've had just about enough of this baby," he said to Mummy. "Kitty, kitty, kitty," said Mum. "Time to take that baby back to the hospital," he said to Dad. "He's my little plumpykins," said Daddy. Henry glared at Peter. This house isn't big enough for the both of us, he thought. I wonder what Peter's going to do. Henry put Peter in a parcel. He tried posting Peter, but it didn't work. He picked him up and put him in the garbage, but that didn't work either. He put Peter in a wagon and put a lost sign on it. He tried losing Peter, but that didn't work either. And then he tried letting the wind blow him away. Oh dear, Henry, that's not very nice. But that didn't work either. Perhaps he'll leave, thought horrid Henry hopefully. Unfortunately, Peter didn't. He just grew bigger and bigger, sitting in Henry's high chair, playing with Henry's toys, swinging on Henry's chair swing, and being a total nuisance. Oh dear, that's not very nice. "Mom, Peter's kicking me," screamed Henry. "Don't be a telltale, Henry." "Dad, Peter's bashing my teddy." "He's only little, Henry," said his mum. "Mum, Henry's hitting me," said Peter. "Don't be horrid, Henry." "Dad, Henry's knocking down my Lego." "Don't be horrid, Henry." "Why doesn't Peter ever get into trouble?" muttered Henry. He didn't understand. Then one day, Horrid Henry had a wonderfully wicked idea. "Peter," said Henry sweetly, "would you like to dig a hole to China?" "Oh, yes," said Peter. Henry pointed to Mummy's newly dug flower bed. "Dig here," he said. "It's easier." Peter started digging. Soon there was a lovely big hole. "That's great work, Peter," said Henry. "Why not show Mum?" Peter toddled off. I wonder what Mummy's going to think. I wonder what she'll say. Thought Horrid Henry. Mum came outside. "Ah!" She screamed. "Henry, how dare you dig up my flower bed?" She screamed. "I didn't do it," said Henry. "Peter did." "Don't be horrid, Henry," shouted Mum. "Go to your room." "It's not fair," wailed Henry. Next day, he tried again. "Let's surprise Mum and draw her a beautiful picture," said Henry. "How about a Viking ship?" "Yay!" said Peter. "We need a big space," said Henry. "I know. Let's draw on the wall." "On the wall?" said Peter. "We couldn't fit a whole Viking ship on this tiny piece of paper," said Henry. "And just think how pleased Mum will be when she sees it." "Okay," said Peter. Henry giggled and sneaked off. This time he'd get Mum himself. I wonder if Mummy will be upset with Henry. "Mum! Mum! Quick! Peter's doing something terrible," said Horrid Henry. "He's drawing on the walls." Mum ran upstairs quickly. I didn't do it. My hand did," said Peter. "It was Henry's idea." "No, it wasn't." "Don't be horrid, Henry," shouted Mum. "But I didn't do anything," said Henry. "You're the eldest. You should have stopped him," said Mum. "Go to your room." Oh dear, Mummy wasn't very happy. Henry doesn't look very happy there, does he? The next day, Mummy took Henry and Peter to the park. Henry felt very sad. He couldn't get rid of Peter, and he couldn't get Peter into trouble either. Anything he did, he got into trouble himself. Maybe he could push Peter into a puddle when Mum wasn't looking. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. Suddenly, a huge dog ran up to Peter. "Grrr!" snarled the dog. "Help!" squeaked Peter. Henry didn't stop to think. "Go away, dog!" he howled in his most horrid voice. He jumped. Peter started screaming. Mum ran up. "Don't be horrid, Henry!" she shouted. "Henry's not horrid," said Peter. "He saved me." "My hero," said Mum. Henry allowed his mum to hug him and kiss him. He supposed he was happy to be hero for a day, but tomorrow, watch out. The end. Did you like the story? Were your predictions correct?